proud to broadcast high school athletics
online
from Portland's West Side.
We are West Side Mobile Media,
Banks, Oregon.
Banks Braves High School Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, presented by Jason Bond Remodeling. Also brought to you by these fine sponsors: Jim's Market, Sarah Hesselman Keller Williams Realty, Wana Credit Union, Banks Post Newspaper, Econo Fab Pole Buildings, GorgeNet Internet Service, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, LaHaye's Custom Embroidery, Main Street Pizza, Oregon National Guard, Scoggins Creek Coffee, and Specialty Screen Printing. Now here's the play-by-play voice of Westside Mobile Media, Trevor Beard, alongside color analyst Jonathan Lee. Good evening, I'm Trevor Beard, voice of Westside High School Athletics. No video tonight for broadcaster video, no video likely for the rest of fall sports, as we will have one more match for volleyball tomorrow night at Santiam Christian, just north of Corvallis, and then hopefully two football broadcasts, and then we'll also be out for football playoffs due to OSAA regulations. Tomorrow night will be our final volleyball broadcast of the season regardless. Tonight, the Banks Braves look to complete their fifth straight league season undefeated with an unblemished 2022 regular season at 9-0, and it really hasn't been close other than the first 2 or 3 games of the season. They've only allowed a total of 9 points in their 5 league contests, entering tonight their 6th and final league contest of 3A District 1 play. They've outscored their 8 opponents 251 to 27 in their 8 league games this season, and North Marion giving up about 50 points a game in their last 3. Again, never want to downplay an opponent, but this game might be over by halftime with the 35-point rule running clock in effect. Couple of other big games tonight. One mainly, Kennedy, the top-ranked team in 3A football, is at number 6 Santiam Christian. Banks moved up to number 4 earlier this afternoon. Not sure why. Only one contest played last night that really didn't affect the rankings above Banks. However, Mountain Valley Conference league leader Lapine, who will be in the state playoffs, they beat Cresswell last night 36-20. And Pleasant Hill, also from that conference, hosting Siuslaw. Lapine, Sisters, and Siuslaw likely to be the 3 playoff teams from the Mountain Valley Conference. And Pleasant Hill hasn't won a game since Banks went there in week 3 or week 4 and beat them 42-6 in a blowout win, where Pleasant Hill had moved up to 7th after going all of last season without a win. So, talking about playoffs, Banks with a win tonight should at least stay in the top 6. There's 6 districts or leagues in 3A football, and Banks, based on OSAA rankings, the highest ranked team in the worst league in the state, if you look at strength of schedule and strength of opponent. The other 2 teams from District 1 that will be advancing to the playoffs will be Warrenton right now at number 9, and their season is done. They do not have a game tonight. And the other team advancing from District 1, the number 2 seed, despite being ranked below Warrenton, is the Yamhill Carlton Tigers at number 12, coming off of I believe a 48-14 blowout loss at the Dalles on Saturday against Ontario, the number 2 team out of The name of the league escapes me right now, but it's the Eastern Oregon District for 3A football. Vail and Ontario will be the two teams representing Eastern Oregon in the 3A state football playoffs. And then tomorrow night around 10 o'clock, we should know the official matchups for the bracket. And once we get that information, we'll update that also on social media. Yamhill Carleton, kind of a tough season for them the last couple of weeks. They fell to Banks 31-0 on their senior night a couple of weeks ago. Technically, they had a game tonight, but they've already won via Corbett for their final game of the regular season, so it will not actually even get played. Corbett, got a feel for them, a 20-man roster, technically a member of the league, but only played about half their league games, and had to forfeit quite a few games this season due to a bulk of freshman players, a lot of players hurt, just way overmatched, and trying to rebuild a program about an hour east of Gresham out on I-84, and hopefully they will be back in a couple of years. But right now with a 20-man roster, probably technically should have been playing a 2A or a JV schedule this season. Rainier, North Marion, the other teams in the league right about the middle of the pack, but North Marion, the reason why this is not called Coastal Range League football, because the Huskies are dropping down for football only, and we'll go back to the, I don't think it's called the Oregon West League anymore after reclassification, move some teams around, but they'll be back up for 4A for basketball. Banks for basketball will be in the Coastal Range League. Same teams pretty much as volleyball this season. Banks, Corbett, Yamhill Carleton, Rainier, Riverdale of Terwilliger, Southwest Portland, and a lot of people are predicting Banks to be in the top 4 again for boys high school basketball once play starts. Just about a month away, right around the corner. They start the season December 2nd at home against 4A the Dowels. Went to the 4A state tournament last year at North Bend and Marshfield. Again, the 3A tournament will be held at the same location in March. Banks looking to make it back, and many people expecting them to do so. They've got a big matchup, game number 2 against the reigning 3A defending state champs Westside Christian. I believe the defending 3A state champs, I know, made it into the Final Four at least for 3A boys basketball. David Henry runs a pretty strong program in Tigard right off of I-5 at the 99 exit, coming up from Cascade Christian a couple of years ago. We'll go ahead and take a 1-minute break and try to get you some other scores from around the state and take a look at the schedule for the past few weeks this season for the North Marion Huskies. No Jonathan Lee again tonight, so bear with us as I'll be solo tonight. Again, expecting the same for tomorrow. Not sure if he'll be with us for playoffs or not, but we'll do the best we can with just a one-man team tonight. We'll be back in 1 minute after this from Jason Bond Remodeling.
Want to give your kitchen or bath a fresh new look? Jason Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They also offer cabinet installation and will do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based in Washington County and will service most Portland area locations. For quality kitchen and bath remodels, call Jason Bond Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
Rankings are important numbers in determining Oregon high school playoffs. So are rankings when choosing a lender to help you with purchasing or refinancing your home. Our local community home loan expert, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, is ready to help you win the day. Call Christy today for all of your home loan needs at 503-327-5302 or caliberhomeloans.com/kvanmeter. Christy Van Meter, NMLS number 1700271, state licensed in Oregon, an equal housing lender. All products are subject to credit and property approval.
And we're back. 3A District 1 regular season finale. The number 5 ranked Banks Braves 8-0 at the North Marion Huskies of Aurora, 3-5 and 2-3 in District 1 play, and their only 2 wins in district play, 54-6 over Corbett and 33-7 over Valley Catholic. Valley Catholic got their first win in about 2 seasons, defeating Corbett a couple of weeks ago before playing Banks last week. And Corbett, we know about them having to forfeit many of their games this season due to just a 20-man roster, as it appears it may be senior night at North Marion High School as we wind down to about 3 minutes. Still only about a half-packed stadium for North Marion High School. Not had national anthem or introduction of players or coin toss or anything yet, and we may have, I'm expecting to have another 10 minutes or so put back on the clock. Looking at the time on our clock, it says 6:47. Looking at the time on the scoreboard, it says about 2.5 minutes. Banks has not even made their way back onto the field yet. I think we had our mic turned off when we came back from break last time. Go over the 3A schedule again for tonight. Sayusla at Pleasant Hill, homecoming and senior night for the Billies. Sisters at Harrisburg. Sayusla, Sisters, and Lapine will advance to the 3A playoffs out of the Mountain Valley Conference. District 1, Rainier at Valley Catholic. Again, our game tonight, Banks at North Marion. And Yamhill Carlton has already won via forfeit over Corbett. District 2, Sandy Am Christian at Kennedy. We talked about that a couple of times about how big that game is. Kennedy number 1, Sandy Am Christian currently ranked number 6. If Sandy Am Christian wins tonight, they'll probably move up. But if they lose as expected, Sandy Am Christian could drop below Banks, as Sandy Am Christian would pick up their first loss of the season, and Banks with a win tonight would finish the regular season undefeated. Jefferson at Scio. Scio hoping to pick up some style points and maybe get in as an at-large team into the playoffs. Dayton at Amity. Amity with an upset win there. That could help the Braves. Dayton currently ranked number 4 despite 2 losses. And Salem Academy at Newport in a game that really doesn't have a lot of bearing for playoffs. Newport, 1 win on the season, in fact had to forfeit last week against Kennedy. District 3, Lakeview at Sutherland. Lakeview right now the highest ranked non-playoff team. They would be the at-large out of District 2. Out of District 3, South Umpqua at Cascade Christian, the other big game of the night in 3A football. Both those teams tied for second in state. Phoenix at North Valley, at St. Mary's at Coquille. St. Mary's at Coquille, again, that another big playoff game, another big game. Those 2 teams will both advance to the playoffs, but again, ranking very important for seeding when it comes to state, because with 3A and below, if you win your league, it doesn't really mean much when it comes time to playoff seeding. It's based on rankings only. So even if you win your league, you're not guaranteed a first-round home game. District 4, Nissa at Ontario, and Burns at Vale. Ontario and Vale will be the two teams advancing out of District 4. Then two non-league games, Riverside at Riverside of Boardman is at McLaughlin of Milton Freewater, and Elmira comes to Vernonia in our neck of the woods, as both those teams will have their season come to an end after tonight's games. 4A football scores from last night. One game in 4A football last night. Scappoose, no problem with Astoria. 34-8. Astoria's really fallen on hard times the last couple of years. In fact, I believe the Fishermen have not won a game this season, and that includes Banks' 28-0 blowout win on the road in week 1. Other 4A games tonight. District 1, Banks' former District 4 football, Seaside, is at St. Helens. Senior night for the Lions. Milwaukee is at Tillamook. District 2, Malala is at Parkrose. Estacada at Woodburn, and LaSalle travels to Gladstone. District 3, Philomath at Sweet Home. Cascade at Staten, and Junction City at Marist. That's a big game for playoff seedings in District 3. District 4, North Bend is at Henley Marshfield. The defending 4A state champs are at Mazama, and Klamath Union at Ashland. Right now, Henley, Marshfield, and Mazama. Mazama, the current #1 team in 4A football. We know those three teams, Henley, Marshfield, and Mazama, will advance to the 4A state playoffs. District 5, the Dowls, again forfeiting for the second week in a row. Pendleton is at Baker, and Madras at Crook County. Madras at Crook County, another big matchup tonight for possible playoff spots out of District 5. Right now we know Pendleton and LeGrand will advance to the playoffs from District 5. And one non-league game, Cottage Grove is at Hidden Valley. That may be a neutral site game. However, it is not. Banks went down to Hidden Valley last year, and in a windstorm blew out the Mustangs when both teams were ranked in the top 10. A lot of people thinking Banks maybe still should have stayed at 4A with their dominance in 3A football this year, but again, a very controversial, seen as a controversial decision by some, but Banks continues their winning ways in 3A football, already scoring more than 250 points this season. Seniors being recognized tonight at North Marion High School. A couple of different uniform types, black with green numerals, very dark green numerals, kind of hard to read on against the black uniform. White trim, North Marion, and white lettering on the front and back. And then some very generic looking black uniforms, white numerals, white lettering with white stripes on the shoulder pads. Don't know if maybe those are some JV players that are playing both ways or what, but that's your uniform scheme for the Huskies. They've stopped the clock at 12 minutes for once the ball is put in the air, but Banks is still not out on the field yet. We still have about 6 minutes to kick off. Officials meeting at about the 30-yard line to our left. North Marion High School football field is grass runs north and south. The far side, the visitor side, will be to the east. The home side, under the covered tin roof stadium, will be to the west side. So if you hear us refer to near side and far side, that's what we're talking about. Portland looks for their 5th win in 6 tries tonight and should be pretty doable despite Damian Lillard being out with a minor calf, well, what appears to be so far a minor calf injury. Could be out as long as 2 weeks, but Shaden Sharp expected to get the start tonight in place of him. Banks 4-1, picking up their first loss, 119-98 on Wednesday night to Miami. College football tomorrow. Oregon State has the bye week, and then we'll be at Washington the following week. Oregon is at Cal. World Series starting tonight with the Philadelphia Phillies and the Houston Astros. I think they're getting ready to wrap up senior night. Banks is showing their respect by waiting until the public address announcer is done speaking before they make their way onto the field at the southeast corner of the field near the scoreboard across the track from the scoreboard. We'll go ahead and take a 1-minute break before we get started with the kickoff. This is Banks Braves High School Football on Westside Mobile Media. I'm voice of Westside Mobile Media, Trevor Beard. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
North Marion Band performing tonight's national anthem. One other final from 5A last night. Intermountain Conference Bend, Redmond Area Schools Summit over Caldera. 35-0 Caldera, one of the newest high schools in the state.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're hungry, head on over to the Boosters concession stand or to the class, junior class concession stand and have some flavors. Pick up some burgers or some Polish sauce, some hot dogs, some nachos.
Captains meeting at midfield. No logo on the North Marion Huskies football field. Banks will be in their home white or road white uniforms, navy blue numerals with Vegas gold trim, navy blue pants with Vegas gold mirrored triangle chain separated by a thin transparent line representing the coastal range mountains being reflected off the Tualatin River. I believe North Marion has won the toss and elected to defer. Banks will be moving right to left as you look at your listening device to start the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, looking for something good and fun to do tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock at Canby High School. Our boys soccer team has a playing game. They take on the Klamath Union Pelicans. Once again, that game time is 1 o'clock at Canby High School in the stadium. Price is $6 for adults and $4 for students. No taxes.
A few more fans starting to show up on senior night for North Marion Huskies. North Marion coached by Michael Bicknell, assisted by Aaron Dolfe, Johnny Page, Marco Zamora, and Jeff Hay. The Braves are coached by Cole Linehan, assisted by Wyman Smith, Steve Lyda, Chad Graham, Jason Tufts, Dusty Hara, Matt Evenson, Sam Riddle, Perry Herbst, and Tyler Carey. Jack Lyda, one of the receivers back, or one of the return men back for the Braves at about their own 15. Can't see, kind of at a tough angle to see the other player to the near side. And the kick is away, and Lyda takes it on the hop, and they're going to fake the reverse to the far side. And Lyda, actually, no, it's not going to be Jack Lyda. It will be number 6, Ashton Cross, and getting up past the 30 to about the 32, 33-yard line, 1st and 10 Banks. Just underway, number 4 Banks at North Marion, the 3A District 1 regular season finale. And first play, Christian Lyda to pass, has a man, and it's caught all the way down to the Husky 40-yard line. A gain of about 28 on the pass play. Pass caught by number 3, Max Walker. 1st and 10 Braves are going to mark it all the way up close to the 35, 36-yard line. Again, ball to the near side, trips far side, the handoff to Ashton Cross, and a big hole, and tripped up inside the 25, brought down close to the 20, another big gain for the Braves. But a flag on, thought I'd seen a flag for a moment. The play will stand. 1st and 10 for the Braves, down to about the 21. A gain of about 15 on the carry from Ashton Crossan. Banks moving quickly. 2 plays already near the red zone for the Braves on a drive that started at about their own 32-yard line, moving right to left. Crossing the lone back to the right of Lyda. And give to Crossan off the near side. 10-5, and doesn't think he's going to be just shy of the goal line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Braves inside the 5. 1st and goal from the 1 for the Braves. We've played a minute in at North Marion High School. Banks now on their 3rd play, about to quickly go up 6-0 on their opening drive of the game. Christian Lyda out of shotgun. The give to Crossan. He will score easily and get spun around, but touchdown Banks. 6-0, 10:34 to go in the 1st quarter. Ashton Crossan from a yard out. Good mix of run and pass on that drive with Max Walker and Ashton Crossan. Cole Crossan to attempt the extra point. Snap is down, and it is good. So with 10:34 to go in the 1st quarter, it's Banks 7, North Marion nothing. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this from Wanna Credit Union.
Do you or someone you know own a business? As a local business ourselves, we know how important daily operations are, which is why we offer small dollar business loans for equipment, building upgrades, machinery, and more. The credit union even provides employee benefits for business members. Learn more at wannafcu.org or ask to speak with a commercial team member today. Again, to learn more, visit wannafcu.org.
And we're back, 7-0 Banks, 10:34 to go in the 1st quarter. Braves leading at North Marion High School. Cole Crossan will kick it off in just a moment. Two players standing side by side around their own 5-yard line for the Huskies. They're going to kick it to the far side, and it's going to go, North Marion's going to let it go out of bounds to the far side down around the 10-yard line, and that'll go as an illegal procedure. And our first flag of the game comes with no time taken off as the ball was not touched with 10:34 to go in the 1st quarter. Banks a 7-0 lead. Get you some other scores from last night from 6A. Central Catholic 79, David Douglas nothing, and Sheldon again no problem with West Salem 41-0. First and 10 Huskies from their own 35. Out of shotgun, quarterback makes the pass out of the backfield on the screen play to looks like 98, but again, we're having issues reading these numbers. Likely number 88, Cameron Anderson, 6', 175-pound senior wide receiver. Quarterback Landon Fowler, 6 foot, 170-pound junior. Fowler out of shotgun. Huskies wearing pink socks to commemorate cancer awareness. And ball carrier number 21, Marcus Ledesma, gets maybe about 4 yards up past. It's going to be just past the 40 to the 41. So call it 3rd down and 4. Need to get to the 45 to get the first down for the Huskies. Ledesma again, the lone back. 3 receiver set. Give to the ball carrier in the backfield, and Ledesma's going to be thrown down all the way back near the 35. It's going to be 4th and long for the Huskies. They'll mark it back to the 36, so it'll be 4th and 9 after a loss of 3 on the play. And Jack Lyda, the only man back for the Braves, standing at his 35-yard line already, would be pretty decent field position for the Braves, even if he went down there. And he had 2 returns last week. Movement. And I think Banks jumped, or were they drawn? Offsides Banks. So now instead of 4th and 9, it'll be 4th and 4. Back to the 41 where the ball was a moment ago prior to that loss of 3 yards on the 3rd down running play. And kick is away. And Jack Lyda takes it far side at the 35. Nice job that time, though, by the Huskies special teams. Gets up to the 40, 42, 43-yard line, out of bounds to the far side in his own, into his own bench. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Banks. But again, very good field position for their second drive of the game after starting their first drive from their 32, 33-yard line, going 4 plays and scoring on their opening possession. 8.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Number 5 Banks leading North Marion 7-0 on the road. 4 receiver set, trips offset near side, out of shotgun. Christian Lyda pass, Jack Lyda, he's going to score again. Touchdown Banks, and just like that, 3.5 minutes in, Banks is up 13-0. Banks is lining up to attempt the extra point. Jack Lyda, 58 yards on the pass play from Christian Lyda. Again, Crossan to attempt, Lyda to hold. Christian to hold. Snap is down, kick is up and through. 8:20 to go in the first quarter. It's now Banks 14. As we update the score, and North Marion 0. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from Main Street Pizza.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street Pizza.
And we're back, 14-0 Banks, 8:20 to go in the first quarter, trying to preserve an unbeaten season. Their last loss came in the quarterfinals of the 4A state playoffs to current number 1 Mazama of Klamath Falls, 21-14. And kick is going to be taken inside the 5. And a little bit of room up past the 25 to the 26, I think, for Ledesma. And first and 10 Huskies for their second drive of the game with 8:13 to go in the first quarter. Number 14 and the North Marion Huskies come to the line. Landon Fowler brings his team to the 26. One back, straight drop to throw. Pass is tipped and caught and then taken out at the knees behind the line of scrimmage. Nice job with the Braves that time to stay with the play. A loss on the pass play that looked like it could have been intercepted and taken back to the house again for the Braves. But it'll be a loss of 2 on the play back just behind the 25 to the 24. In fact, they may say he got to the 25. Either way, it'll be a loss on the play, although the scoreboard still reads second down and 10 from the 26. The ball's behind the 25. Second down and 11. Fowler passes tipped again and nearly intercepted. Diving just a hair late. Max Walker couldn't get there in time at about the 30-yard line. It'll bring up third down and long. 7.5 minutes to go, and this is about to get out of hand very quickly. (14-0) Banks. Huskies come to the line at their own, call it the 25. Third down and 11. Huskies still have not picked up a first down. Big rush and throws quickly, and it's going to be incomplete as Fowler winds up eating some grass. Pass is intended for Ledesma. Nice sportsmanship that time from the Braves, number 62, Aiden Ramble, helping him up after the hard hit. And it's fourth down Huskies, and the Braves may come to try to get this one as North Marion's going to be punting from around their own 10-yard line. And a flag on the play. Somebody, I think, said something. False start against the Huskies. So that's going to back them up another 5 yards. And North Marion may have problems getting this one even out of their own end zone. No kicker officially listed on the roster, and kind of hard to read from up here. Dark green numerals on black uniforms, and Jack Lyda takes it at the Huskies 46, cuts back to the near side. North Marion a little bit of sleep. 30-20, finally steps out of bounds at the 20, and already Banks is in the red zone on their third drive of the game after the return of about 26 yards by Jack Lyda. 7:17 to go first quarter. Banks a 14-0 lead. Banks has a season-high 56 in their win last week at home against North Marion on senior night. 49-0 was the score at halftime. Jack Lido with Ashton crossing to his left. Straight drop. Looks to throw. Pass over the middle. Tipped a little bit too hard. Intended for Bo Wormington. And that's the first incompletion thrown tonight by Christian Lido with 7 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the first quarter. Anybody thirsty for a Slurpee? Kind of cold for a Slurpee tonight. Some not very thick fog, but some fog starting to settle in the lower edges of the atmosphere right around the lights to the far side. Some smoke in the area earlier as we drove in. Lida's going to keep it and now throw. Pass diving for it. Again, incomplete. I think it was intended for Max Walker near the goal line far side. It'll be 3rd down and 10. And this is the first 3rd down for Banks, and it's their 3rd drive of the game. 7:05. Clock stops on the incompletion, 14-0 Banks. 8-0, 5-0 in 3A District 1 play at the North Marion Huskies. 3 wins and 5 losses overall. 2 wins and 3 losses in league play. Banks, Yamhill Carlton, and Warrenton, the 3 representatives from District 1 to the OSAA On Point 3A Football Championship playoff starting next weekend. Number 13 for the Braves, or number 12, Braden Bigsby, and ball came out late and whistled. They're going to say incomplete pass, and ball was tipped or something, but it's going to be 4th down. Christian Lida goes down all the way back near the 35. North Marion players thought they had a fumble and an easy score, but officials didn't blow the play dead until player picked up the football and started to run back the other way, and then indicated that the ball was tipped, so it will not go as a sack. 4th and 10. I'm not sure. Ball was at the 20-yard line. If it's an incomplete pass, it should be back at the 20-yard line. They're marking the ball at the 25. Now they're remarking it at the 20. Wow. OSAA needs officials, and there's one indication right there. If you're interested in being an official in any sport, basketball right around the corner. So Cole Crossan is going to attempt looks like a 38-yarder, and it is good. 6:52 to go in the first quarter. Cole Crossan from 38 yards out, from the 28-yard line, a 38-yard field goal. It's now Banks 17 and Corbett nothing, North Marion nothing. 6:52 to go now in the first quarter. Banks has scored on each of their opening 3 drives. We'll take another 30-second break and return after this from Scoggins Creek Coffee.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
And we're back midway through the first quarter, 6:52 to go. Banks has scored on each of their first 3 drives, leading 17-0. Kick is away, not very high. It's going to be taken about the 15 and sidesteps a couple of defenders and then gets carried forward up close to the 37-yard line by Ledesma. North Marion will have their best field position of the night with 6:44 to go in the first quarter, trailing 17-0. Pretty sure this is the first time we've had a band at any of our broadcasts so far this season. Ball to the near side. Fowler and the Huskies offense come to the line, tight formation. One receiver to the far side. Fake. They will give it to Ledesma out of the backfield, and Huskies can't get anything going offensively. He's going to be brought down for a loss of about 4, all the way back to about the 32. They originally marked it at the 37 where the drive started. They're going to give him forward progress all the way up to the 35, so it'll be just a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12 from the Huskies 35. Fowler, the lone back, 4-receiver set. Pass is thrown short at the feet of the intended receiver, far side. Again, I believe that's Ledesma. Can't really read the number again from up here. 6 minutes to go now, exactly halfway through the first quarter. Again, our next broadcast will be tomorrow night from Santiam Christian High School, just north of Corvallis, for the OSAA 3A On Point second round of the 2022 volleyball playoffs. And getting out of bounds will be Fowler. Gain of about 2 back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll be about it. It'll bring up fourth down and 10. Huskies are going to go for it. Nobody back for the Braves. They might just try a quick kick and try to draw them off sides like they did before their last punt. Long count, and they're probably just going to take a timeout to try to save the clock. Timeout, North Marion. 5:51 to go, 4th and 10 Huskies. When we come back, it's all Banks early, 17-0 when we come back. This is Banks Braves football on Westside Mobile Media. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from Specialty Screen Printing.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
As we come back from break on the 4th down play, Fowler's hit in the backfield, loses the football, and Luke Bigsby able to pick it up and eventually get caught at about the 8-yard line. 1st and 10 Braves, first and goal Braves from the Husky 8 on the first turnover of the game. $17-0. Braden Bigsby, the lone receiver, with actually now Max Walker, the 2 receivers on the near side. 2 receivers far side. Walker goes in motion now left to right late. Christian Lida is going to run right, throw, and passes over the head of Max Walker. And now 2 flags come out. I think one of them is going to be for being illegal procedure on Christian for being behind the line of scrimmage, and now a flag thrown at the feet of number 53 for the Braves, Davon Vereen. So 3 flags. Don't think we have any officials mic'd up tonight. Holding against the Braves, declined. Illegal man downfield, I think, is one of the penalties. And after all that, it's going to be just a loss of 5 back to the 14. Ball originally marked just inside the 10 after Luke Bigsby rambled on a fumble recovery inside the 10. Lida with Crossan the lone back and gives to Ashton. Has some room off the left side. He will get in easy. Touchdown Ashton Crossan from 14 yards out. A 5:28 to go. It's now 23-0 in the first quarter. Crossan trying to go 4 for 4 on the night, 3 extra points and a field goal. Snap is down, kick is up and true. 5:28 to go now in the first quarter. Banks 24 and North Marion nothing. Senior night from North Marion High School when we come back after this 30-second break from Gorge Net Internet Service Provider.
There's a new premier fiber internet provider in Vernonia featuring friendly and helpful customer service. Sign up with Gorge Networks today for symmetrical speed fiber internet, 300 meg or 1 gig speeds with managed Wi-Fi included in the low monthly price. No contracts or price increases. Refer a friend and get a free month of service. Make the switch to Gorge Networks today. Call 541-436-0223. You can also email us at sales@gorge.net.
$5:28 to go in the first quarter. Banks now up 3 scores officially with the 2-point conversion. 24-0, 5:28 to go. Jack Lida touchdown pass. Ashton Crossan 2 touchdown runs and a 38-yard field goal from Cole Crossan. Kick is away, kick to the far side this time, and it's going to go all the way into the end zone. Nice job of keeping it in bounds, but it's going to come out of the end zone for a touchback up to the Huskies 20-yard line, I believe. College, it's now moved up to the 25-yard line. First and 10, North Marion from their own 20, 5:28 to go in the first quarter. A 24-0 lead for the Braves. Tight formation for the Huskies. Ledesma, the lone back, and now trying to get a player in quickly off the bench. Number 2, Will Stafford, extra wide receiver. Fowler looks to throw pass. Is intercepted! Taken away. I believe by Ashton Crossan. Second turnover of the game. Play took 5 seconds, and again, the Braves have the football just outside the red zone. Ashton Crossan making the interception to the far side at the 22. First and 10 Braves trying to go 5 for 5 on their 5th drive of the night again. 3 touchdowns and a field goal on their first 4 possessions. Christian Lida, screen pass out of the backfield, and it's going to go through the hands of Ashton Crossan. It'll stay right against the sideline. Live ball, he's going to go over and touch it to make sure that goes as an incomplete pass. Second down and 10. 5:19 to go first quarter. Stadium is starting to fill up a little bit more now. Late as the game goes on, 5:19 in the first quarter before even starting to reach close to capacity. Christian Lida is going to roll left. Pass is caught. First down to the 10. Jack Lida making the grab. 1st and 10 Banks. Gain of 12 on the pass play. Should be 1st and goal. I don't believe the Braves can get a first down. Again, Banks has scored on each of their first 4 possessions, 3 touchdowns and a Cole Crossan 38-yarder. Braden Bigsby, lone receiver to the near side. Jack Lida, far side with twins that way, makes the catch in the backfield, slips a tackle, and is going to be brought down inside the 5. It'll be 2nd down. Now they're going to switch sides with the ball to the far side of the field, so Max Walker, though, the lone receiver near side to the wide side of the field, and easily scoring from, call it 4 yards out, Ashton Crossan with his 3rd touchdown of the night. It's 30-0 Banks with 4:40 still to go in the first quarter. So 5 for 5, 5 drives, 5 scoring opportunities for Banks. Snap is down, kick is up, and not getting tired yet. Cole Crossan make it 6 for 6. 5 touchdowns, and now 4 touchdowns and the field goal. So 5 for 5 for Cole Crossan, 31-0 Banks. We'll take another 30-second break and be back after this from Econofab Pole Buildings.
Hey Brave fans, this is Chris Lyda, the voice of the Braves, here to tell you about Econofab Buildings. Econofab is a 3rd-generation family-owned and operated pole building company located right here in Brave Country. Econofab has been in business for almost 50 years, constructing shops, garages, and barns. I had them build my 2 shops, and as a satisfied and repeat customer, I'm here to tell you that Econofab puts the fab in fabulous. Go visit them online at econofabbuildings.com.
Banks in control, 31-0 when we come back. First and goal inside the Huskies 10-yard line. Second and goal from the 6 when we start the second quarter. We'll return after this from In Likeness of You.
In Likeness of You offers caricatures, face painting, temporary tattoos, indoor and outdoor games, arcade games, and even costume hero birthday events. Since 2013, they've even held corporate events for some of the biggest companies in the world. For more information or to book your next party, go to inlikenessofyou.com, thebash.com, or call 503-858-0164. That's 503-858-0164.
$38-0 Banks, 11:55 to go in the first half after Caden Harris gets in the end zone from 6 yards out. Extra point is good from Cole Cross, and 5 for 5 or 6 for 6 on the night. 5 extra points and a field goal. Our final break of our first rotation, or final spot of our first rotation, Oregon Army National Guard. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
And we're back just underway in the second quarter, 38-0 Banks after the 6-yard touchdown run from Caden Harris. And the kick is away, and it's going to be muffed inside the 10. And Ledesma is going to get up past the 15, maybe to the 16, up against the near sideline before being gang tackled. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Huskies. Running clock now in effect with a 38-0 lead for the Braves, and whistles. I think I'll mark it at the 15. So now they're going to stop the clock. Running clock should not go into effect, I don't think, regardless of margin until the second half. $38-0 Banks, 11:35 to go in the first half. Fowler, the give to Ledesma, and he's going to lose back close to the 10. North Marion not wanting to give the ball back to Banks, late coming out of the huddle. Second down and 12 from the 13. Fowler, low snap, able to bring it in, and too hard, blew it past the intended receiver, number 8, Josiah Texta. Incomplete near side, stops the clock, 10:44 to go first half. Fowler out of shotgun, low snap. Quickly throws over the middle, caught, and North Marion up to the 20-yard line. It'll be third down and 5, and that's one of their best offensive plays of the night. It will be fourth down, though, and likely another punt coming. Fowler with Ledesma, the lone back. 3 receivers, 2 split out wide to the far side. Looks to pass. Passes diving, nearly intercepted by Crossan, and took a swan dive for the football, and it's going to be first and 10 Banks from inside the red zone again, and this is just unreal. The domination this season by Banks, and high school football, the difference between the haves and the have-nots the last few weeks has just been night and day. Comparing mountains to molehills, basically. First and 10 Banks, again just outside the red zone, their own 20, or from the Huskies 21. Tight formation, with Caden Harris still the lone back. Christian Lyda still in at quarterback. And Caden Harris is going to get inside the 15 to maybe the 14 before he rolls down. Clock moving under 10 minutes, 9:33 to go. They will mark it at the 15, second down and 5. $38-0 Banks. Still, I know, kind of early in the second quarter, but another score here, you kind of have to wonder if you kind of put it in the books as 9-0, an undefeated season for Banks. Light of the throw, and now is going to go down all the way back. Should give him forward progress. Back close to the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be third down and 10. Huskies were coming on the blitz and wasn't able to move around much in the pocket in time to find anybody to get the ball to. And it's going to be a loss of 5, back to the 20, third down and 10. Under 8.5 minutes left, 38-0 Banks. Christian Lyda with Caden Harris, the lone back. 4 receivers set with trips to the far side. Bo Wormington, the lone receiver, to the near side. The give to Harris, slips a tackle and has some room and is going to get at least a first down, but I think it may come back as he gets into the end zone far side. But the flag on the play, and Flag thrown around the 12-yard line. 8 minutes exactly to go in the first half. 38-0 Banks. 31 after the first quarter. Penalty is against the Braves, as we said, likely a hold. I'll mark it back to the 21. It'll be, or 22. Ball's on the 21. Scoreboard says 22. It should be 3rd down and 11. 38-0 Banks, 8 minutes to go in the first half. Now Walker and Wormington to the near side, twins each way with Harris the lone back. Christian Lyda is going to throw late, and it's caught. Max Walker, did he get in? Corner of the end zone, yes, late. Got the pylon, and Max Walker from 21 yards out. Incredible. 7 possessions, 7 scores for Banks. Just under 8 minutes to go in the first half. It's now 44-0 with 7:50 to go before halftime. Wait to get you the extra point. Cole Crossan looking to stay perfect on the evening. Six extra points and a field goal. And snap is down and through. Cole Crossan, 7 for 7, 6 extra points and a 38-yard field goal. It's now 45-0 Banks, 7:50 to go. In the first quarter, we'll start once again with Jason Bond remodeling and be back after this in 30 seconds.
Want to give your kitchen or bath a fresh new look? Jason Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They also offer cabinet installation and will do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based in Washington County and will service most Portland area locations. For quality kitchen and bath remodels, call Jason Bond Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
$7:50 to go in the first half. Number 4 Banks 45, North Marion nothing. Coming up at halftime, we'll try to bring you as many scores as we can find from other games going on tonight as we look at the Awana Credit Union scoreboard. Far side ball picked up by the Huskies and is going to be brought down up around the 27-yard line. I believe the return man that time, number 12, Elijah Shore, defensive back, a freshman. Fowler will stay in at quarterback. 2 quarterbacks listed on the roster. Elijah Short, who we just mentioned a moment ago, the other. Low snap, but just barely able to bring it in off his fingertips. And North Marion has a first down all the way up to the 45, making the catch. Number 11, Evan Hopper. 5'7", 165-pound wide receiver. Nose of the football just touching the 45 of the Huskies. 7:15 to go clock, moving first half. Banks a 45-0 lead. Passes hit, tipped and catching it, falling on his backside for a short loss on the play. Number 44, Cole Cox, 5'9", 180-pound freshman wide receiver. So Fowler able to trust Coles on that play. KOHL, just like the clothing and department store that bought out Mervin's a few years back. Short pass gets back up to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Huskies with 6:20 to go. Ball on the North Marion 46. Fowler with, it's like twins each way. Mario Mariscal to the near side against the sideline. Fowler to throw deep, and it is overthrown. Overthrows everybody. Harris and Braden Bigsby in coverage for the Braves. Pass intended for number 8, Josiah Texta. Clock stops 5:53 first half on the incompletion. 45-0 Banks had a 49-0 lead at halftime last week for senior night against Valley Catholic. North Marion again wanting to go, trying to draw Banks off sides, and we have a flag. They're going to call Banks for offsides, but I don't think the Huskies ever snapped the football. So it's going to be 4th and 5 now with the ball at midfield. Actually 4th down and about 4 from just inside Banks territory to the 49, and this is the deepest the Huskies have been all night. Now Fowler's going to line up as a receiver, and pass thrown by Ledesma is going to fall incomplete. It's going to be 1st and 10 Banks from near midfield. Still 5:51 to go in the first half. Plenty of time. $45-0, 5:51 to go in the first half. Banks has scored on each of their first 7 possessions. 6 touchdowns, 1 field goal. 3 receiver set, twins each side, or twins near side with Wormington and Lyda. Pass is thrown behind the intended receiver. Lane Gilbert now in a quarterback. Pass was intended for Parker Littlejohn, thrown behind him. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Also a new running back in for the Braves for Gilbert. Out of shotgun. And number 28 lost the football, and I think North Marion got it back. Cesar Dominguez in a running back now, and I believe it's North Marion. No indication from the officials. Apparently, Banks somehow able to get it back. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. From the Brave zone 49. Second unit in, so I would be even more surprised if Banks continues their scoring drive streak here on third down. Low snap, and Lane Gilbert's just going to go down and pick it up and get a little bit after what initially looked like a loss of about 5 or 6 on the play is going to turn into a loss of only about 3. It will be 4th and 13 from at the 46. 4.5 minutes left in the first half, but Banks actually only a loss of 2 to the 47. 4:18 clock moving first half. 45-0 Banks lead. Lone receiver near side for Banks, Charlie Markham. Banks is going to kick it away. And it will be downed at the 24. 1st and 10, North Marion from the near side with 3:46 to go, and Banks in control. I think we can pretty safely say Banks will improve to 9-0 and finish the regular season undefeated. .31 in the first quarter with their starters. Banks went to the second unit on their last drive after scoring on each of their first 7 possessions. Fowler's still in at quarterback for the Huskies. Pass is caught and dropped out of bounds. Kind of did a whoopsie-doo with the football. Texta has it go through his hands out of bounds near side into the Husky bench. 3:40 to go first half. Banks a 45-0 lead. 2nd and 10 from the Husky 23, North Marion football. Fowler rolling right, looking, dumps it off, short pass. Able to tip it to himself and make a first down grab all the way up to about the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 Huskies, a gain of 15 on the pass play. .29 clock stops on the first down completion to the 37 where they mark it. Still a 14-yard pass play for Fowler to his receiver. Couldn't see the number on the far side. And straight drop, looks to throw left, and it is just kind of throws it up, and it's intercepted in Braves territory at about the 47. Braden Bigsby makes the grab, and the Braves have the football back with 3:08 to go before the half. Not sure what the state record is for a number of scoring drives in a game. I know the state record for points scored in a game is like 120, held by Yoncalla about 10 or 15 years back when they beat Mapleton. And Cesar Dominguez, this time able to hold on to the football, gets just past midfield. A gain of 3 or 4, it'll be second down. Call it a gain of 4, second down and 6 from the Huskies 49. Banks trying to do everything they can to not try to run up the score even more against North Marion, but want to get their second unit some reps in case they're called upon for the playoffs. Lane Gilbert out of shotgun. He's going to keep it, and on the quarterback option, gets a decent gain around the far side, up close to the 45. It'll be third down and short, but a good run by the backup quarterback, Lane Gilbert, the future quarterback of the team, Christian Lyda, a senior. Ashton Crossan may get some reps next year. Was on the first week roster as the starting quarterback, but moved to running back after the week 2 win against Tillamook. 45-0, nearing 90 seconds. Lane Gilbert has a little bit of a problem with the snap. Still gets around the far side, though, and gets out of bounds inside the 40. It'll be another Braves first down as the clock stops with 90 seconds left in the half. First and 10, Banks from the Huskies 38. Ball to the far side. Banks moving right to left, or left to right as we wind down the second quarter. Give to Cesar Dominguez. Had a big hole initially off the far side. He's going to be stopped around the 35. It'll be second down, but decent gain on first down for the Braves. They'll mark it at the 35, a gain of 4, second down and 6. Clock now under a minute for the half, 45-0 Banks. Gilbert the give to Dominguez off the far side. Slips a tackle out of the backfield, gets around the end. 30, gets out of bounds close to the 25. And we've got an injured player for North Marion down on the Huskies bench. .34 seconds left. North Marion taking a knee. Looks to be in a lot of pain, but it's not anything spinal or anything like that. He does have his right leg bent, but now we'll start to sit up, taking a look at his right arm shoulder area, maybe collarbone. Still can't see the number of the injured player, being screened out by the one of the coaches taking him to the bench. That's number 17, the injured player for the Huskies. Kate Hartenstein, who had a kickoff return earlier in the second quarter, and that'll do it for the half, I think. Banks is going to head to the sideline with a 45-0 lead at the half. We'll take a 2-minute break and try to get you some other scores from around the state. Number 4, Banks, 45, North Marion nothing. We'll have a running clock when we come back for the start of the third quarter. Halftime at North Marion High School. We'll be back in 2 minutes after this from Jim's Market.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
Rankings are important numbers in determining Oregon high school playoffs. So are rankings when choosing a lender to help you with purchasing or refinancing your home. Our local community home loan expert, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, is ready to help you win the day. Call Christy today for all of your home loan needs at 503-327-5302 or caliberhomeloans.com/kvanmeter. Christy Van Meter, NMLS number 1700271, state licensed in Oregon, an equal housing lender. All products are subject to credit and property approval.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
And we're back halftime. Banks a 45-0 lead. 35-point running clock will go into effect in the second half on senior night here at North Marion High School on the final game of the 2022 3A District 1 regular season before playoffs start next week. Banks should stay at least as a top 5 team if this margin holds up. I know they're not going to bring in their starters back, but Banks on their first 7 drives, 6 touchdowns, 1 field goal before they brought the second unit in about midway through the second quarter. Other scores from around the state. Scioto a 29-0 lead over Jefferson at halftime. 2A football, Colton with a 2-point lead at halftime over Culver, 14-12. Another 2A football score, Heppner, Umatilla leading Heppner 12-6 at halftime.
Oregon West Conference champions with a Wednesday time still to be determined later. And I see districts cross country is tomorrow at 1. We begin running around 11.
4A football, about 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Pendleton a 14-0 lead over Baker. End of the first quarter, Cascade a 6-0 lead over Staten on the road. Other squad, Kennedy with a 3-0 lead early over Santiam Christian on a field goal. Jonathan Lee sending us some scores. Wow, Kennedy, all the points they've scored. That 3-0 score early in the second quarter. About 11 minutes to go before halftime. Jonathan Lee sending us some scores from 5A and 6A. We'll get to those in just a minute. Another big 3A score. Cascade Christian leading South Umpqua 7-6 after the first quarter. And I think that's about all the scores we have from 2A, 3A, and 4A that we can find on social media. Taking a look at larger school scores, Jonathan Lee reporting. Jesuit with a 49-0 lead or 49-0 lead over Beaverton. Beaverton having a down year this year. Mountainside a 35-0 lead at halftime over Aloha, trying to bounce back from their big loss last week to Jesuit. Halftime Westview leading Sunset 17-7. And that'll about do it for the Awana Credit Union scoreboard tonight. We'll bring you other scores as we can find them during the game and in between quarters. Our halftime score, Banks 45, North Marion nothing. Taking a look at scoring drives. Seven scoring drives in the first half for Banks, and it all got underway with about 90 seconds in. Ashton Crossan with a 1-yard touchdown run to put the Braves up 7-0, and then with Banks got the ball back their next drive. Christian Lyda, a 58-yard touchdown pass to his cousin Jack Lyda to put the Braves up 14-0 with 8:20 to go in the first half. Another possession after a North Marion stop, another touchdown, or this time a field goal. Cole Crossan from 38 yards out put the Braves up 17-0, and we still hadn't reached the midway point of the first quarter. That with 6:52 left. Ashton Crossan, a 14-yard touchdown run. That was his second of the night. Came with 5:28 to go in the first half to put Banks up 24-0. Another Ashton Crossan touchdown from 4 yards out. 31-0 with 4:40 to go in the first quarter, and that is how the first quarter would end. And then early in the second quarter, Caden Harris from 6 yards out, as the Braves started to slowly work some of their bench players in early second quarter, got into the end zone from 6 yards out, 38-0, 11:55 to go in the first half. And then the final scoring play of the first half put Banks up 45-0. Christian Lyda, a 21-yard touchdown pass to Max Walker, came with 7:50 left before halftime, before Banks went to their second unit in full. And that ended the streak of 7 straight scoring drives for Banks, and nearly fumbled on the first drive of the game from the second unit as Cesar Dominguez came in at running back, and looked like North Marion had actually fallen on the football, but Banks was able to get it back officially. No turnovers tonight. No giveaways for Banks. Banks has 3 turnovers, or 3 takeaways for against the North Marion offense. 2 fumbles and a interception. One of the fumbles leading to a short field touchdown on a drive that started at the Huskies' 8 after Luke Bigsby had recovered a fumble and taken it inside the 10. 5 minutes and change to go in the halftime intermission before we start the third quarter, and then they'll add 3 more minutes before both teams come back onto the field. Definitely want to wish Mr. Hartenstein all the best. I know their team kind of probably pretty dejected against this Banks Braves unit, but that nothing new for most Braves opponents this season. Outside of maybe about 2 games this season, it's all been blowouts. 20-12, the closest win for Banks in week 2 in a pretty good one at Valley Catholic against Tillamook on a night that was originally scheduled as a Banks home game, but planned PGE power outages during the midst of a long, dry summer that wanted to prevent any power lines causing fires. So that game was moved to Valley Catholic High School. Banks a 20-12 win. 28-0 win over Astoria in week 1. Their closest game other than Tillamook, 24-9 win in week 3 in the league home opener against Warrenton, and since then it's been all blowouts, scoring about 40 to 50 points a game on average since week 3. Under 4 minutes before we start before the teams come out of the locker room. Halftime, Banks 45, North Marion nothing. Banks will be the number one seed out of 3A District 1 to the OSAA 2022 OSAA On Point 3A State Football Championship playoffs. Next Friday or Saturday, we will have the official bracket announced actually tomorrow night after 10 o'clock. That will be available on osaa.org. And we'll also mention those matchups tomorrow night on social media when they become available. We'll take another 1-minute break and try to see if we can get you any more updated scores as North Marion comes out of their, I think, a field house separating the baseball field and the football field at the south end of the track. Kind of a nice facility here, although it is all grass. South end of the track, and then the concession stand directly behind the field goal posts, with the field house off the southwest corner of the field, with the baseball field directly behind that. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Banks Braves football on Westside Mobile Media. We'll be back after this from LaHaye.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahays.com, or call us at 503-648-2341.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
Do you or someone you know own a business? As a local business ourselves, we know how important daily operations are, which is why we offer small dollar business loans for equipment, building upgrades, machinery, and more. The credit union even provides employee benefits for business members. Learn more at wanafcu.org or ask to speak with a commercial team member today. Again, to learn more, visit wanafcu.org.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
And we're back, just under 2 minutes to go before the start of the third quarter. Banks brought in their second unit midway through the second quarter, 45-0 lead at halftime at North Marion High School. Banks will be the number 1 seed to the state playoffs out of District 1. Yamhill Carlton, currently ranked 12th, will be the number 2 seed, and Warrenton, ranked 9th, will be the number 3 seed to the state playoffs. Banks had 31 points after the first quarter. North Marion, I believe, will get the football to start the second half as they won the opening toss and deferred. Looks like number 6, Mario Mariscal, along with Marcus Ledesma, their leading running back, and I think Hartenstein will be the most likely to bring it back for the Huskies as we wind down the final seconds of halftime. And the horn sounds for the end of halftime, start of the third quarter. Banks 45-0 lead. Cole Crossan has it teed up. Season high this year for Banks is 56 in their win last week in a shutout over Valley Catholic. And Crossan's kick will be to the near side and taken by Ledesma, and slips a couple of tackles and is brought down at the 25. 1st and 10 Huskies to start the third quarter under a running clock. Fowler still in at quarterback with Ledesma. Looks like a 4-receiver set. Trips near side, passes caught. Looks like to the lanky tight end. Gain of 7 on the pass play to I believe number 8, Josiah Texta. Low snap, Fowler. Now is going to dump it off in the backfield. A little bit of a screen play, and Ledesma gets a first down. Kind of a broken play all the way up to the 43, but is there a flag on the play? Whitehat talking to one of the officials, holding against the Huskies, and it's going to come back. Did not see a flag on the play. Okay, now the Whitehat picks it up about the 33-yard line. We'll move the ball back to the 24. That will bring up 2nd down and 11. Under 10 minutes to go, third quarter, running clock with a 45-0 Braves lead at North Marion. Fowler rolling left, looks to throw, and throws on the run. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Cesar Dominguez in on coverage on the play. Looked like intended for Ledesma, far side. 3rd down and 11 for the Huskies. $45-0 Banks, under 9 minutes, clock moving. And Fowler to throw, passes intercepted. Cesar Dominguez brought down again close to the 20. Braves have started so many drives right or inside the red zone tonight. And when you have that kind of success, either defensively forcing turnovers or are just so good defensively that you have that short of field, you're going to have pretty successful scoring rate on drives. And 7 for 7 on their first 7 drives with the starting unit in. Lane Gilbert now brings Dominguez and the rest of the Braves offense to the line. Breaknecks line the lone receiver to the near side. Trips far side. And the give to Dominguez. He's going to be thrown down back around the 25. Bray next line, I don't think very happy with his teammates on that play on the loss of about 4, slapping people on the back of the helmet heading to the huddle. X line with to the near side, Charlie Walker and number 22 not on the roster, as well as number 5, Parker Littlejohn, the other receivers, far side, and toss sweep. Far side gets up to about the 20. Third down and they're down in about 5 from the 19. They're down at 6. 3 receivers near side to the right side of the field and try to give it to Max Walker out of the backfield, and it's going to be number 28, Cesar Dominguez, and second unit's going to come off. 4th and 6 for the Braves, and they're going to go for it, I think, with Christian Lida has now come back on, so they're going to attempt a field goal for Crossan. Looks like it will be a 37-yarder this time. Ball to the far side. Snap is down and catches clean, and it is good again. Cole Crossan, his second field goal of the night. 5:41 to go in the third quarter. It's now Banks 48 and the Huskies nothing. Not sure why the clock stopped, but Banks a 48-0 lead. We'll take a 30-second break and return after this from Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans.
Rankings are important numbers in determining Oregon high school playoffs. So are rankings when choosing a lender to help you with purchasing or refinancing your home. Our local community home loan expert, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, is ready to help you win the day. Call Christy today for all of your home loan needs at 503-327-5302 or caliberhomeloans.com/kvanmeter. Christy Van Meter, NMLS number 1700271, state licensed in Oregon, an equal housing lender. All products are subject to credit and property approval.
Now we're back third quarter, 48-0, 5:41 left in the period as Cole Crossan connects on his second field goal of the night, this time from 37 yards out. And the ball's going to be picked up at about the 16 and get some room far side before finally being tackled near the far sideline up around the 30. Ledesma on the return for the Huskies, 5:18, and the clock restarts. Fowler still in at quarterback for the Huskies. Low snap and give off the near side, has some room. Ledesma, I think maybe an inadvertent, nearly looked like a horse collar by the Braves, but no flag on the play. It will be a first down by Ledesma up to the 45. First and 10 Huskies, a gain of 13 on the carry. Fowler again the give to Ledesma, far side this time, and gets strings it out all the way across to the far side of the field for a short gain of maybe about 2. It'll be second down and long. .335 left, clock moving, third quarter, second down and about 8 for the Huskies from their own 47. Changing the down and distance, but not the yard where the ball is on the scoreboard. And ball came out late, I think, but after he'd already hit the ground. Ledesma gets up into Braves territory. They'll mark it at the 47. It'll be third down and 2. Three minutes left. Third quarter, Banks up 48-0. Fowler out of the backfield, screen pass to number 8, Texta, and he's going to be drilled back on the other side of the 50, back to the Huskies 47, and it'll be fourth down and long. Fourth down actually in about 7. Huskies are going to go for it. Against the Braves' second unit, and Fowler straight drop to throw, looks and has a man. It's caught, and first down Huskies into Braves territory inside the 35. And we have another player hurt for North Marion. The receiver on the play. Is sitting up, but unable to stand up on his own. Now will be helped up as a couple of North Marion coaches come to the Braves side of the field, to the far side. To help up the receiver. Looks like it's going to be number 88. Cameron Anderson, 6'1", 175, a senior. First and 10, though, Huskies, under 2 minutes, third quarter, 48-0 Banks, but North Marion with their best drive of the evening and another first down carry or close to it. It'll be second down and short, actually, but Ledesma with a gain of, looked like a lot more than that. They're only going to give him 7. Looked like at least 8 yards on the carry. 1:26 clock, moving third quarter. 48-0 Banks. Second down and 3 for the Huskies from their own, or from the Braves 26, and able to make a couple men miss behind a couple blockers, and North Marion's going to get on the board. Ledesma from about 23 yards out puts North Marion on the scoreboard under a minute to go in the third quarter. So the Braves defense will not get the shutout, but it comes against the second unit. I think North Marion is going to go for 2. Fowler to throw, and pass is caught and dropped in the backfield, and 2-point conversion will be no good. So 19 seconds left. Still a 42-point lead for Banks. 19 seconds to go before the start of the fourth quarter. It's now Banks 48, North Marion 6. Back after this from Banks Post.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
.48-6 Banks, 19 seconds to go before the start of the final period. North Marion finally on the board against the Braves second unit with a 23-yard touchdown run from Marcus Ledesma. Late third quarter, Kennedy a 17-6 lead over Santiam Christian. And squib pig kick, and the Braves able to get back on it. Kind of an onside, and Caden Harris unable to initially catch it cleanly, but is able to fall on it up near midfield. And that will do it for the third quarter. After 3, Banks in control. Braves will finish the season 9-0 before heading into the playoffs next week. It's Banks 48, North Marion 6. Back after this from GorgeNet.
There's a new premier fiber internet provider in Vernonia featuring friendly and helpful customer service. Sign up with Gorge Networks today for symmetrical speed fiber internet, 300 meg or 1 gig speeds with managed Wi-Fi included in the low monthly price. No contracts or price increases. Refer a friend and get a free month of service. Make the switch to Gorge Networks today. Call 541-436-0223. You can also email us at sales@gorge.net.
Start of the fourth quarter, Banks a 48-6 lead. Braves football at their own 48-yard line. 4:20 now left in the game, 17-12. Kennedy with the lead. Santiam Christian, though, with the football. Gilbert toss sweep to Cesar Dominguez, has some room. Down the near side, finally brought down at the Husky 40. It will be a Braves first down. And Cesar Dominguez with a cramp issue. Nice job by the Huskies, number 38. Or actually it's 88, Cameron Anderson, trying to help him work it out.
Great time to thank our cheer team for cheering all year, all fall. And our wonderful band.
And initially thought it was a cramp, but Cameron Anderson has been sent away, and now Braves head coach Cole Linehan has made his way onto the field. Now he's going to come out and try to work on the left, trying to stretch out his left foot or left ankle.
Adult $6, students $4. And our Husky girls soccer, our Oregon West champions, play next Wednesday. The time and place to be announced probably Monday. Stay tuned for that.
Rainier with an 18-0 lead at Valley Catholic at halftime.
And don't forget our cross country team is at District 12 from High School.
And Lane Gilbert's going to keep it off the far side and get out of bounds right at the first down marker at about the 30, and it's another first down for the Braves with 11 and a half minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Gilbert with Dominguez, the lone back. Four receivers, trips near side, high snap. Actually, it's going to be Caden Harris, and gets across the 30 to about the 28-27 yard line. Third down. Actually, they're only going to give him about a yard. It'll be third down and 9. Correction, second down and 9. Fake the give to Dominguez. Gilbert out of the backfield, breaks the tackle, and is going to get a decent gain. It'll be a couple yards short of the first down, but much more manageable third down and about 3. Ball to the far side. Banks comes to the line, under 9.5 minutes left, 48-6. Ball at about the 23. Give to Caden Harris, a big hole initially, and then runs into a pile. And he will be inside the 20, so it should be a Braves first down. And it will be. Mark it at the 19. 9 minutes left. And near side, thrown down around the line of scrimmage. Near side will be the backup quarterback, Lane Gilbert. Third down and 10. Right now, Ashton Crossan actually give it to both the Crossan boys. Ashton Crossan 3 touchdowns on the night. Cole Crossan 2 touchdowns and perfect night kicking, 2 field goals and 6 extra points. Gilbert to give 2. New running back in the game for the Braves, number 80. That's Diesel Shuggy. Had a touchdown in the win, the only touchdown in the second half for the Braves in the 56-0 win against Valley Catholic last week. I believe it was on an interception. 3rd and 7 from about the 17. Gilbert a long count. Again, the give to Diesel Shuggy off the far side. And, it took 2 or 3 tacklers to bring him down. No gain. It'll be 4th down. And we might see another Cole Crossan field goal attempt. Cole Crossan is on the field. Christian Lighted a hold. Ball will be teed at the 25. It will be a 35-yard field goal. Clock moving under 6.5 minutes. It will be the 3rd field goal of the night for Cole Crossan. Ball to the far side. Snap is down. Kick is good. Cole Crossan 3 for 3 on field goals tonight. This one from 35 yards out. 6:08 left. It's now 51-6. Banks mark it up a perfect season for the Braves, 9-0. Heading into the 3A state playoffs next weekend. So once we know Banks' opponent we can pretty much tell you that we know for sure the first round will be a home game. Second round, though, right now really depends on that Kennedy-Santiam Christian game. If Santiam Christian loses, they should drop below Banks and move Banks up a spot into the top 4, which would mean they would have home games for the first 2 rounds. (51-6), 6:08 left. Crossan's boot is going to be taken just inside the 5 as the return man slips and will bring it out to the near side and will go down inside the 20, running into a group of tacklers. Ledesma, the return man for the Huskies. Tualatin leading Tigard 14-7 at halftime. Mountainside over Aloha 42-0. Westview leading Sunset 30-7 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Clock under 5 minutes. Top of the 10th inning, Phillies leading Houston 6-5. Portland hosting Houston tonight. 112-103 lead with about 5 minutes left. Pass from Fowler is caught by Texta near side. Will be a gain of about 9 up to the 38. To the 38. Need to get to just beyond the 40 for a first down, so 2nd down and 2. Give to Ledesma. He's going to have the first down and tripped up across midfield, falling forward to the 45 into Braves territory. 4 minutes left. And a give to Ledesma off the far side again is going to get maybe a yard or two inside the 45, 2nd down and long. Fowler, straight drop, looks to throw, hit as he throws, and it's tipped and nearly intercepted. Like pass was intended for Daryl Texta. 3rd down and 8, and final 2 plays of the season likely for North Marion. Banks is just going to eat the clock when they get the ball back, and thrown forward inside the 40 is Ledesma. It'll be short of the first down, but gets a big chunk of yards, and it'll be 4th down and about 3 from the 39. And Fowler, low snap, able to pick it up and slides. I think he's going to be about a yard short. Should be Braves football. Turnover on downs, 1st and 10, Banks. Your 2022 3A District 1 champions with an undefeated season at 9-0, 6-0 in league play. Yamhill Carlton, 1 loss in league play, 2 losses against non-league opponents to Dayton early in the season, and then also a loss last week at Ontario, the Dowls. A couple of North Marion players, or North Marion students, starting the "We Believe that We Will Win" chant, and that went out the window, I think, in the 2nd quarter. Lane Gilbert's just going to take a knee, and Braves will have to take one more snap with about 40 seconds left. Actually, I don't even think they'll have to do that as they spot the football. Banks is coming off the field. Final 20 seconds. Final score. Banks 51, North Marion 6. North Marion will fall to 3-6 on the season. Banks finishes the regular season 9-0, and will learn their playoff opponent for Kelly Field next weekend, either Friday or Saturday, late tomorrow night, as Cole Linehan exchanges pleasantries with the Huskies staff coming across the field. Final score, Banks 51, North Marion 6. Our Oregon National Guard heroes of the game, plural, tonight, the Crossan brothers. Ashton Crossan, 3 touchdowns, Cole Crossan, 2 field goals, and 6 extra points in the 3 field goals and 6 extra points in the 51-0 victory. That is our final score. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We hope to have you join us tomorrow as we broadcast the OSAA the 2022 OSAA On Point 3A Volleyball Championships second round from Santiam Christian High School between the Banks Braves and the 21-3 Santiam Christian Eagles. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night and your weekend. For Westside Mobile Media and for tonight's broadcast, I'm Trevor Beard. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.